Hey there, future fellow weirdo of the flock! Welcome to the most offensive church this side of the bed. Welcome. What we do here in this most amazing place, we read this great ass book called God Said, because he did not fucking say that. This is God's unofficial biography, Das Bible, as read by
yours truly, the Saint of Awesome, your Superstone Sage, Saint Nikki K the Great, haha. And I wonderful clip for me, I clip for you. Yeah. And what we do here in this most amazing place, we read book one of God Said What? We are on Kings. The beginning of Kings. We're in chapter 2. Yeah. The beginning of Solomon the Great. I don't know if they call him that or not, but that's what I'm calling him. Solomon the Great. Yeah, so he like just became king and stuff. So there's a lot of things that we haven't got to yet, and a lot of things. Yeah, pretty much a lot of things we haven't got to yet. Um anyway, we are on Kings. We're in the second chapter. Nothing's happened except for Solomon has become king and spared his brother Ahijah for trying to take the kingship away before David even died. So that was the thing that happened. Anyway, come this way. I have some things that you need. I have cannabis. I have cigarettes. I don't have coffee. Well, okay, I have a little bit of coffee, but I don't have enough to make multiple pots a day. So I've just been making one pot in the morning and suffering all day. But I did drink some pickle juice. Yeah, don't ask me why I did that, but I felt like, hey, I could drink this. So I drank that. And now I'm drinking Wawa. Yeah, good old fashioned water. But I don't have a lot of it left. So, and you know what? That's really hard to get down. I don't know. Something about water. You need it to live, but my God, it's so boring. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, I have a chair with your name on it. I have cat beds and canine space, so you can bring your animals because I love them. Yeah, that is pretty much that. So we can start on Kings chapter 2. And this is the beginning of Solomon. So let's find out. Okay. Now, after the days of David drew near that he should die, I thought he already died. Like he literally died a second ago. He bowed on his bed and breathed his last. But, like literally the last chapter, he died. Hi, cousin. Welcome. But, okay. So, now David's alive again for a second. So he charged Solomon, saying, um, I go the way of all the earth. Be strong, therefore, and prove yourself a man. Keep charge of the Lord your God. Walk in his ways and keep his statutes, his commandments, his judgments, and his testimonies, as it is written in the law of Moses, that you may prosper in all that you do wherever you turn. That the Lord may fulfill his word which he spoke concerning, saying, if your sons take heed to their way and walk before me in truth with all their heart and their soul, he said, you shall not lack a man on the throne. Yeah. Moreover, you know also what Joab did to me, and what he did to the two commanders of the armies, to Abner and Amasa, whom he killed and shed the blood of war in peacetime, and put the blood of war on his belt that was around his waist, and on his sandals that were on his feet. Therefore, do according to your wisdom, and do not let his hair go down to the grave in peace. But show kindness to the sons of Barzillai, and let them be among those who eat at your table. For so they came to me when I fled from Absalom. And see, you have with you Shimei, a Benjamite, who cursed me with malicious curse in the day I went to Manaim. But he came down to meet me at the Jordan, and I swore to him that I wouldn't kill him. I said I wouldn't do it, but somebody else might, but I'm not. But I mean, you could, because you're not me, technically. So, like, you could do something to him. Now, therefore, do not hold them guiltless. You are a wise man. You know what you ought to do. But bring his gray hair down to the grave with blood. Hold on, cousin. This isn't even close to over. Oh my God. Okay. Let me see what you said, cuz. Let me go over here. Oh, yeah. Everybody, like and subscribe. Yes. Or give me a red pill and a follow. Yes. Thank you, cousin. I didn't put my thing up. Wow, I didn't know it could go that far. That's wild. Okay, we'll just do that like that. We could do something like that. Man, I don't want to read this. This is going to be so long for no reason. Oh, evil eye. Oh, eye. Don't ask me why that shit's stuck in my head, because I don't know. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Okay. So, let's continue. So David rested with his fathers and was buried in the city of David. The period that David reigned over these terrible ass people was 40 years, and he reigned in Hebron 7 years. And in Jewland, he reigned 33 years. So he reigned like 70 some odd years. That's wild. But I just literally just dropped my bookmark and it disappeared. But okay. So, and was buried. Okay. Then Solomon sat on the throne of David, and his kingdom was firmly established. Now, Adonijah came to Bathsheba. So he went to Bathsheba, and she was like, "What do you want?" And he's like, "No, calm down. It's cool. I need you to do me a favor," because Solomon would never tell you no. And she's like, "Okay, what do you want?" He's like, "Well, I want to sleep with the girl that kept David warm, Abishag. I want to shag Abishag." Yeah. So I need you to ask David for me if I could do that. Right? So go speak to Solomon, because again, he will not refuse you. And really, I want to marry Abishag. So you need to get his blessing, because I was supposed to be king. And everybody was looking forward to me being king. You know, like that should mean something. So she's like, "It's kind of gross, dude." So Bathsheba went to Solomon to speak to him for Adonijah. And the king rose up to meet her and did the face thing and sat down on his throne and had a throne set for his mother. And so she sat at his right hand. Then she said, I need something." And he was like, "Okay." And she was like, um, "Abishag." Look, I don't even know why I'm doing this, but okay. Well, okay. So let Abishag be given to Adonijah as your brother, or to your brother as a wife. And King Solomon was like, "Why are you in there? What? What do you mean? No, that's kind of gross. Look, I don't know what dad did with this woman. Well, probably nothing, because he was old as shit. But what? I don't even, what? Look, I don't know." So, uh, like, am I supposed to give him the kingdom also? Like, what is this? What is happening? And why does this feel like Jerry Springer? What is happening? Is this real life? I don't know if this is real life. And she's like, "No, it's definitely real life. I just thought I would ask." But look, he is my older brother. For him, and for Abiathar the priest, and for Joab, for him Abiathar, Joab. Hold on. King Solomon said, "Now why do you ask Abishag for Adonijah? What the hell are you doing? Do you want to give him my kingdom also? He is my older brother. For him, Abiathar and Joab." Okay. Then Solomon swore by the Lord, saying, "May God do so to me more, and or more also, if Adonijah has not spoken this word against his own life. Therefore, as the Lord lives, who has confirmed me and set me on the throne, and who has established a house for me, as he promised, Adonijah will be put to death today." Dun, dun, dun. And it's not even close to being over. Man, this is so long for no reason. Oh, Lord. Lord Almighty, this is so long. So, King Solomon sent by the hand of Benaniah, and he struck him down, and he died. And so, and to Abiathar the priest, the king said, "Go to Anathoth, your own fields, for you are deserving of death. But I will not put you to death, because you carried God's suitcase chair before David, and because you are afflicted every time my father was." So Solomon removed Abiathar from being priest to the Lord, that he might fulfill the word of the Lord, which he spoke concerning the house of Eli at Shiloh. Then news came to Joab, for Joab had defected to Absalom. So Joab fled to the church and took hold of the horns of the altar. And King Solomon was told. Then Solomon sent Benaniah, saying, "Go, strike him down." So Benaniah went to the church and said, Solomon said, "Come out." And Joab was like, "Nope." And Benaniah said, "Nah, he ain't gonna come." Then the king said, "Do as he has said, and strike him down and bury him, that you may take away from me and the house of my father the innocent blood that he shed. So the Lord will return his own blood on his head, because he struck down 2 men more righteous than himself." Abner, oh, okay, yeah, he killed those. "Though my father David did not know it, their blood shall therefore return upon the head of Joab and the head of his descendants forever. But upon David and his descendants there shall be peace forever from the Lord." And it's still not over. So Benaniah went up and struck and killed him, and buried him in his own house in the wilderness. The king put Benaniah in his place over the army, and the king put Zadok in the place of Abiathar. Then the king sent and called for Shimei and said to him, build yourself a house in Jewland and do not go. So he's like, build yourself a house and don't ever leave it. Because if you leave it, I'm going to kill you. And Shimei said, okay, I will do that. And he dwelt in Jewland many days. But then it happened that one of Shimei's slaves escaped, and he found out about it. So he went and looked for him. He thought the king would never find out. So he went and looked for him. And the king found out and was like, the fuck do you do? And he's like, I don't know. So then the king killed him because he didn't follow rules. Okay, and that was the end of that. And now we're going to go to chapter 3. Cousin, are you still here? I don't think there's... cousin, are you still here? Cousin, cousin, cousin. No. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, tell your mom that okay. Tell your mom that I did read that comment about an Easter basket. I didn't catch it when she wrote it, but I was watching my video back and I saw it. So tell her I did see it. And I am totally looking forward to it because I literally, well, I did run out of candy, but then Dustin made me some coconut candy. It's evaporated milk, shaved coconut shavings or whatever, and powdered sugar. And then you put it in the freezer and it makes or refrigerator, and it makes candy. So Dustin made that for me to celebrate 300 subscribers. But an Easter basket sounds way better. Okay. How many minutes are we at? Oh, we're almost at 30 minutes. Okay, how long is chapter 3? Okay. Not as long as I thought. Okay. Now, Solomon made a treaty with Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and married his daughter. And then he brought her to the city of David until he had finished building his own house and God's house and the wall around Jewland. Meanwhile, the people sacrificed at the high places because there was no house built for God in those days. And this right here is how you know the Ethiopian bullshit book, when they say they had a temple in the days of Adam and Eve, that they did not have a temple. And also in Exodus, because they didn't have a temple, they had God's tent, which was extravagant because it was connected to his church. Yeah. And why would God need a tent in the desert if he already had a temple in the Garden of Eden? It's not even a thing that happened. But I'm going to shut up. Okay. So, anyway, they didn't have God. God didn't have a house yet. And Solomon loved the Lord, walking in the statutes of his father David. Okay, and this right here is another way that you know wherever the people came up with Solomon did black magic and Solomon built the temple with devils. Solomon loved the Lord. And the Lord loved Solomon, making him wise in everything. He didn't need to build temples with devil demon guys. And we are going to find out the guys that actually built Solomon's temple, and they weren't devil demon guys. Just saying. So I don't believe any of that extra shit about Solomon because it just doesn't fit the personality of that guy, nor does it fit the personality of that guy or God. Because I don't think God would have treated him this good if he did something with devil demon guys. Especially build God's house with demons. Are you kidding me? God would have never. He would have never. And he would have made Solomon pay for that. Hey, welcome. How are you? I've never seen you before. Hi, welcome. Is it? I can't read that. I can't read your name. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Is that say Mitchell? Mitchell, right? Did I get that right? Is it Mitchell? Michael? Michael? Maybe. I can't read. Well, okay, I can read, but it's very hard sometimes. Oh, it kind of does say Mitchell. Okay, awesome. See, I'm so smart. I know things. Okay. So I want to welcome you and I want to let you know this is not a regular church. This is kind of an offensive church. I cuss a lot. God has ADHD and he has his own voice and personality here at the party pen. So I want to welcome you and tell you that you can hang out as long as you want and hopefully for a long time. We are in the book of Kings. We are about to start chapter 3, but I was taking a smoke break real quick, so you showed up right at the perfect time. So, I guess while we're still smoking real quick before uh we smoke a bowl and get reading, what brings you to my lovely church? Thank you so much. I have a lot of brain injuries. It's hard to stop myself from doing things. Yeah. It's a whole fucking problem I have, man. I can't stop myself from telling people everything about me for no reason. It's a unmanageable problem. Even with all the medications they give me, it doesn't stop that. They say it's a part of my brain splitting in half that it causes that because I have the adult version of shaken baby syndrome. Yeah, it's a wild fucking thing. It's amazing to be me sometimes. I shouldn't even be alive. But that's okay because we have the offensive church to just keep us all running and moving. So, do you want to be an animal? I'm a sheep, dressed like a wolf. I'll introduce myself. I'm Saint Nikki K, and I am a sheep dressed like a wolf. I fit in to get in. I'm married to an apex predator, so I gotta pretend to be a predator. Well, actually, I should just say, well, no, because he kind of is a predator. Like, he's very alpha. So, anyway, do you want to be an animal? Okay. Anyway, here we go. Chapter 3, which is really not as long as chapter 2. So, okay. So, now Solomon made a treaty with the king of Egypt and married his daughter, then brought her to the city of David until he finished his house and God's house and the wall of Jewland. Okay. Now, Solomon loved the Lord. Oh, now I remember where I was. Yeah, this right here is how you know Solomon did not build God's house with devil demon guys. Like, that is not a thing that happened. And I think they wrote about it in that fucking book they made up in Babylon that they say goes with the Bible. There's no book that goes with the Bible or that shit they say in that Ethiopian bullshit book, which I have right there. It's like that's fucking nonsense written with a penis pen. That fucking shit, forget about it. I tried to read it, I have it right there. And I tried to read it, but I couldn't get past the story of Abraham because none of that stuff happened. If it would have happened, it would have been in Das Bible because Das Bible has everything. Even God making friends with skeletons. Look, that is a thing that happened in one of the prophet books. He's like, these skeletons will be my friends. Fuck these guys. Yeah, that was a whole thing that happened. Yep, God made Bones his friend. Okay. Solomon loved the Lord and walking in his statutes, except he sacrificed and burned incense at high places. Okay. Now, the king went to Gibeon to sacrifice there, for that was the great high place. And Solomon, totally being extra, like killed so many sacrifices. Like, I'm sure the people could not have ate that much meat, or they would have been in an Arby's commercial. We have the meats. And he sacrificed so much, like, he wasted so much food. Like, thousands and thousands of sacrifices, man. Like, a way lot of them for no reason, just being extra, right? At Gibeon, the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream by night, and God said,
Hi, Solomon. It's nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm God. It's me, God, and God voice. And I may have ADHD, and they don't make God-sized Prozac. So I just wanted to introduce myself to you, and I wanted to say hi, and I wanted to ask you, well, what can I do for you? Seeing as you're like so awesome and stuff, and you were extra, and I saw your vehement love for me when you were covered in animal blood. Yeah, you was glowing like ta-da! And I was like, look at that guy. That guy is cool. So here I am because you're cool. Yeah, so can I give you stuff? Yeah.
and Solomon said, You have shown great mercy to David because he walked before you in truth and righteousness and uprightness of heart with you. You have continued this great kindness for him, and you have given him a son to sit on his throne, as it is this day. Now, God, you have made me king instead of David, but I am a little child. I do not know how to go out or come in, and your servant is in the midst of your people who you chose, a great people that happen to be absolutely fucking terrible, too numerous to be numbered or counted. Therefore, give me understanding to judge your people, that I may discern between good and evil. For you is able. Hey, nerd, how are you? Um, for who is able to judge this great people of yours? And the speech pleased the Lord that Solomon had asked this thing. And then God said,
Out of all the things, out of all the things I did, look, I know everything, but I did not know that. You just flabbergasted God. How fucking cool are you, man? You literally left me speechless. Like my jaw's on the floor. Oh my God. Oh my me. Oh my me, that's so cool. Like literally. I got goosebumps, dude. I was not expecting that. Well, I should say, I have God bumps. Yeah, because there's no geese in heaven. So I don't even know. Wait, maybe I could say, look, my skin is like plucked chickens. Something like that. I don't even know what's happening. Look, I'm not even high enough for life right now. Listen, I have goosebumps because of that question. I can't even believe that. Okay. But because you have asked this thing and have not asked for a long life or riches and even the life of your enemies, but you ask for understanding and discernment. Behold, I have done according to your words. I have given you a wise and understanding heart, so there has not been anyone like you before, or even after you. Because, man, this is wild. I have also given you what you have not asked for, both riches and honor. So there will be none like you among kings all your days. So if you walk in my ways, keep my statutes and my commandments, like David did, then I will lengthen your days. Dun, dun, dun. Not even close to over. Oi, oi. Okay.
Then Solomon awoke, and indeed it had been a dream. And he came to Dewland and stood before God's suitcase chair, offered up burnt offerings, peace offerings, and made a feast for all his servants. Now, two women. Okay, so these two chicks had a baby. Well, okay, they both had babies at the same time, but it was like a famine and shit. So they made an agreement to eat one day and the next day. So they ate one, but then the mother of the baby that they ate stole the other woman's baby. And the other woman freaked out and was like, "Yeah, that's my baby." And she's like, "It's not your baby. We ate your baby." So they came to the king and they were like, "Baby." And he was like, "Well, then just cut the baby in half." And the one woman was like, "Okay." But the one woman was like, "No, just give her the baby. It'll be okay." And Solomon's like, "The baby's yours then." Yeah, that's how that happened. Solomon, the wisest ever. Okay. And all these terrible people heard about the judgment which the king had rendered, and they feared the king, for they saw the wisdom of God was in him to administer justice. Oh, well, that's the end of chapter 3. I didn't even expect it to end that quick, but it did. Hey, cousin, I'm going to drop out for bed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Absolutely. Sweet dreams, cousin. I love you. So, Thunder Nerd, what are you doing? And is Mitchell still here? Probably not, because I was cussing too much. But that's okay. You don't have to leave. I hope you're still here. But Thunder Nerds, are you still here? It's kind of late, ain't it? Yeah, a little bit. Where is chapter 4? Okay, chapter 4 is not that long. Maybe we can get through chapter 4. But, dun dun dun. Let's hit our bull real quick. Oops. Damn it. Everybody done left me. I'm mostly just kidding. Okay, so my cousin's going to bed over there. So we can shut this one down. Okay. And is everybody on build? Ready to shut it down? Okay. We'll shut it down there. Okay. So we'll just finish up with chapter 4 because, well, we've got about 10 minutes exactly. Okay. So King Solomon was king over all of these terrible ass people, and these were his officials. Azariah, that was the son of Zadok the priest, Eli Horeph, Ahijah, the scribes were Jehoshaphat, wait, Eliahoreph and Ahijah were the scribes. Oh, wait. Okay. Azariah was his official. Okay. And the priests were Eli-Horeph and Ahijah. The scribes were Jehoshaphat. The recorder was Benaniah. Over the army was Zadok and Abiathar. The priests were Azariah. Over the officers was Zabad. Why does any of this shit matter? This is written so stupid. Because you don't know what they're even trying to. I'm not even. Okay. And Solomon had 12 governors over all of them who provided food for the king and his household. Each one made a provision for 1 month of the year. And these are their names: Ben-Hur, Ben-Decker, Makaz, Shealabim, Beth-Shemesh, and Elon, Beth-Hanan, Ben-Hesed, Aruba. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Aruba. To him belonged Soko and all the land of Hefner, Ben Abinadab, all the regions of Dor. He had Taphath, the daughter of Solomon, as a wife, Baana, and Taanach, Megiddo, and all Bashan, which is beside Zeratan, below Jezreel, from I'm not. Anyway, I'm not. This is all stupid, and I'm not. Anyway, 60 large cities with walls and bronze gate bars. Ahinadab and Mahanaim, Ahimaaz and Naphtali. He also took Basemath, the daughter of Solomon, as a wife, Baana, and Asher, another Jehoshaphat. What are we even doing? See, we're just talking more shit. We're just saying more names. I don't even know. I don't even care. And none of this matters to anything. It's just names of shit. Okay. Judah and Israel were as numerous as the sand by the sea in multitude, eating, drinking, and rejoicing. So Solomon reigned over all the kingdoms, from the river to the land of the Philistines, as far as the border of Egypt. They brought tribute and served Solomon all the days of his life. Now, Solomon's provision for one day was 30 cores of fine flour, 60 cores of meal, 10 fatted oxen, 20 oxen from the pastures, and 100 sheep, besides deers, gazelles, roebucks, fatted fowl. For he had dominion over all the region on this side of the river, and he was a giant ass, fat ass. What the fuck? Why do you need that much food? Okay. From Tipsah even to Gaza, namely over all the kings on this side of the river. And he had peace on every side all around him. And Judah and Israel dwelt safely, each man under his wine and his fig tree, from Dan as far as Beersheba, all the days of Solomon. Solomon had 40,000 stalls of horses for his chariot and 12,000 horsemen. These governors, each man in his month, provided food for King Solomon and for all who came to King Solomon's table. There was no lack in their supply. They also brought barley and straw to the proper place for the horses and steeds, each man according to his charge. Hey, Chris, welcome. I just literally shut down my chat a second ago. Okay. Damn, you've been here for a hot second. I'm sorry, Chris. Yeah, maybe he did do that with the food. It's good. I'm so glad you're here. Uh, oh, I finally found the stream. Well, if you subscribed, you would have found my stream. But yeah, this is a lot of food. And I don't know how many kids he has yet. I don't know. Okay. Food. Okay. All these governors, each man in his month, provided food for King Solomon and all who came to his table. There was no lack in their supply. They also brought food for the horses, each man according to his charge. And God gave Solomon wisdom and exceedingly great understanding and largeness of heart like the sand of the seashore. Thus Solomon's wisdom excelled the wisdom of all men of the east and all the wisdom of Egypt, for he was wiser than all men, than Ethan the Ezrahite, and Heman, Calco, and Darda, the sons of Mahol, and his fame was in all the surrounding nations. He spoke 3,000 proverbs, and his songs were 1,005. Also, he did a lot of horticulture, like a lot of horticulture. He spoke also of animals and birds and all sorts of shit, and men of all nations and the kings of the earth came to his TED Talks. Okay. Now, I do gotta be done right there because I'm getting sleepy. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. Enough of that. So, do you want to know what I did today? Well, I'm kind of going to tell you anyway because I need to tell somebody. I broke a milestone today. What is that, you ask? Well, I took a shower by myself. Yep. And I only needed help getting out of the bathtub. I got in all by myself. And I took a shower all by myself. Yay. I did not wash my hair. Because again, I can't hold my arm up that high for that long. So I haven't tried to wash my hair. And plus, I hate washing my hair. Dustin's still playing that Helldivers game and cussing at it. That game has to be. I think they make it on purpose to make you rageful. Like they make it that way so people rage quit and break their computers and their games. And their TVs. I don't know. But how many minutes are we at? Man, I wish I had coffee. I don't have coffee. I wish I had coffee. Oh, Chris, did I? I'm glad that you didn't completely despair because you do have pill.net, don't you? You did go over there with me my first time trying it. So you could always just go to my pill.net. Or you could just come over here. I stream every night at 10 p.m. even on Sundays. Huh, smoke just got my nose. That's crazy. Chris, did I tell you what's happening to me? We might have to move out. They're going to sell the house from under us. This going to be crazy. I'm glad that you did. Does that mean you have put that person in their place? Is that what that means? You put that person in their place? No. Yeah, yeah. We're hoping to buy it, but it might take some finagling. Yep, some finagling for sure. But I don't know. We're hoping to be able to buy this place, but if not, I don't know what we're gonna do. But I know I gotta cancel my Build.net subscription. But I don't have to end it because I'm moving. I have to end it because I can't afford it. I accidentally spent too much money, so I didn't have enough money to pay for it. I wouldn't say that. You know what? Any kind of balance with someone like that is better than it was before, right? I just pray it gets better for you because it needs to get better for everyone. 2026 is turning into douche central. Yeah, kind of what happened. That's kind of exactly what happened. Like almost nearly exactly what happened. I don't know. But I do know I need to set a raid over here to. Razor Romano isn't live. Who has the less people? We'll go to the person with the less people. Well, gaming, cinema, or news. I know Madness Entertainment is always doing something pretty cool. So yeah, we'll go over there to Madness Entertainment. They might be doing something good. Okay, we'll go over there. And yeah, better than it was before. Yeah. You know, I used to say that in prison before I got out of prison. You know, you got to do better, do better, be better. I got way, I don't know, I got kind of bad after prison. I'm allergic to freedom. Yeah. It turns out a lot of people are allergic to freedom. Freedom makes people who were caged up act very bad. I don't know. But I do know we are over an hour. And um Chris, what else is on your mind? Because if I guess I'm going to go over an hour, I might as well know what you want to talk about instead of indirectly talking shit. It's hard to understand what better actually is. Yeah, because you think you're doing better, but it turns out you ruin your life even more. And you're like, but I was doing good. Yeah, I was doing good. I don't know what happened. Yeah, it's bad. Oh, evil eye. ICP is stuck in my head. It's been stuck in my head all day. What's all the that's on my mind? And glad to chat with you. Oh, well, I am really happy to see you. You haven't been in here in a long time. And you came at the beginning of a story. So now you have to find out what happens all the way through. So you have to come back. Ha ha. You have to see me. Do you know what tomorrow is? Is it the 31st or the 1st? If it's the 1st, I gotta message Matt and I gotta tell him, hey, cancel my sub, please, because I can't afford it. Mm, that's sad, man. I hate this. Trimming down to move. I'm so glad that you like this place because for it to be a very offensive place, it's very comfy. But I guess it's because I'm not, well, cursing at people and cursing at things is probably rude, but it's a fun kind of rude because I'm cussing at people that don't exist anymore. So, you know, cussing in hindsight is better than cussing in foresight. But I do gotta say, it's time to give the pillows some head and the sheets some ass. No, I said that wrong. It's time to give the pillows some head. Put some lipstick on. Put a ring on it. Get over your face. And then give your bed linen the best ass ever. Have a postcoital cigarette. Smoke a bowl. And then have the sweetest dreams ever. I love you so much. I love you so much. I love you so hard. If I was to love me, I would love me even harder. I love you too. I do. I love you so much. And you should text my phone more. Well, I guess I could text your phone more also. But I forget I even have a phone unless it's playing music. But you should text my phone more. Yeah. But with that being said, text my phone tomorrow. I love you so much. Good night.